people, welcome back to the channel. So today you join myself and Ben in his supercharged Honda S2000. So how long have you owned the car for?
Just over a year now.
Oh,
Not long at all. Jesus. Actually probably only been on the road for 4 months. So 4 months it's been on the road.
Yeah.
So sort of bought it. It was a nice car when I bought it. And we decided to just sort of give it a look at paint and sort of stem from there really.
Yeah. So what colour was it before you decided to spray it this blue?
Originally it's like a number, it's called number blue.
Okay.
So that's like quite a light silvery blue.
Yeah.
Boring. So that's why we decided to change it.
Oh, is that really pale blue that is coming?
Yeah.
I know what you're on about, yeah.
Yeah, so we decided to change that.
Yeah.
Originally we was going to paint it root beer brown.
Okay.
Like a dark.
That looks good as
copper
well.
pearl.
Yeah.
And then I was just out one day and saw the BMW F80 M3.
Yeah.
And in this colour, so.
Wow.
And in the sun it looked lovely. With the carbon, it works really well.
So what made you think, was the carbon always the plan, or was that just a thing you decided when you decided the paint colour?
It was kind of like, the bonnet was.
Yeah.
The boot originally had this like a carbon duckbill on it, didn't have the full boot itself.
Yeah.
And then sort of looking into things as we was going through the car, just picked up the Cyborn make this boot did.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go for a big wing because obviously everyone has a massive wing on these.
Yeah.
Trying to keep it subtle and different. So we went for that, and then I was originally going to go for a fiberglass front bumper.
Okay.
Got hold of a company in America who make it for the S2000, the Vortex bumper.
Yeah.
They sort of asked for pictures of the car and I showed them, and they said, oh, well, we can make that in carbon fibre if you want. And it went from there, and then the carbon fibre sort of started, and it just didn't stop.
Just started to take over.
And now we're like, I'm probably £5 in on carbon fibre on this.
Wow.
And it did have full carbon fibre wings, but with the colour it didn't work too well.
Yeah.
Because if it was like a grey or a black, I think it would have worked, but with the car being so light, it just looked like two different cars.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. So the Supercharger, what make is it?
It is a HKS GT2, so sort of full HKS system in it.
Yeah.
So it's got everything HKS.
What are they rated for roughly on brake horsepower?
It's kind of at its limit, to be honest.
Yeah.
They are built for reliability more than power.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't actually know it, but this Supercharger was tested on the S2000 before they actually produced the car. So HKS were actually going to make this as a supercharged car. But then they then decided to go no with an A afterwards. So the kit that's on the car was designed to go on this car originally.
Shit.
Which a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, I would have I never knew that personally.
So it wasn't actually supposed to be a natural aspirated car, it was going to be supercharged.
Fucking hell. Wow.
That's another option, another reason why this kit works with this car so well.
Yeah, it's got the reliability
Yeah.
as well as the power.
Exactly.
Especially, what did you say earlier, it's 400 brake?
Yeah.
In a car that weighs, what, under a ton easily?
Under a ton now, yeah.
Which works out about the same power to weight ratio as like a Dodge Viper, would you say? I reckon about.
It's
If you look into
fast.
it. Yeah, definitely.
It's fast, yeah. It doesn't hang around. It was all engineered by James Waterfield.
Okay.
Kono Cars in Penryn.
Alright.
So he did all the supercharger, he built the motor and all the running gear, suspension, and all that sort of all the fuel system. And so he set the car up. He's done a fantastic job, to be fair. It really is smooth. It will drive like an everyday natural aspirated S2000 if you want to. But it has got the bark there.
So is the engine forged, or is it just...
It's forged from factory.
Fucking hell.
So yeah, it will hold 600 horsepower from factory.
That's what I love about Jap cars, is you can run a stupid amount of power for it on standard internals, whereas like people like myself and my Ford, it's just you've got to forge it because it can take basically fuck all. And that's the one thing I love about Jap cars.
James did a lot of work on the head.
Yeah.
So the head's all been upgraded. Stem seals, titanium valve springs, all the rest of it. And,
Yeah.
Toda, chain tensioner and chain and stuff. So.
The exhaust system, is that HKS or?
No, the exhaust system. Remember the manifold is like Jammy or something, or Jamani.
Okay.
Decat back is Fujitsu R.
Okay.
So
I've never heard of them personally.
They're quite high. I mean, the exhaust on this, I think the ticket was 3,700 quid for the manifold decat. So cat back.
Jesus Christ.
So, yeah,
that is mad.
Definitely had no expense spared on this car.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
And you can tell that it's just such a stunning example of an S2K, to be honest. And like, I'm quite glad that it's on the channel because it's something I've always wanted to shoot. So I really appreciate you coming out.
You don't see them either, these cars anymore, do you? Really?
No, mate. And it's like, if I had, like, I've always said, if I had to own any Honda, I would own an S2000. I don't think there would be everyone's choice for a Honda. Obviously, like a DC5 with Integra.
So that's
and
what
stuff.
I was going to buy.
Yeah, and they're stunning cars as well. I'd love to own one of those. But out of all Hondas, I think I would choose the S2000. I don't know why. It just appeals to me that other Hondas do.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I did look at a DC5 before this, and I was looking for a turbo one.
yeah,
And every sort of like, I looked at like 3 or 4 of them, but they're all, I wouldn't say badly built, but you can see what's been changed.
yeah, and money's been like spared.
Stint,
Yeah.
Whereas this, you look at the engine bay, the looms, James has done a fantastic job with making the loom look OEM. You can't really tell by looking at it that it's been fiddled with too much. Obviously, it was massive supercharger there, but like the wiring and all the pipe work, it's all back on its OEM fixing,
Yeah.
so it looks proper. And it works well,
It does look tidy on that engine bay, to be honest.
The mapping was TGM Motorsport.
Okay.
A guy called Romain. He's quite well known for the Jap.
Yeah.
Especially the Honda, boosted Honda's mapping. So he did all the mapping on it.
Yeah.
And that again is really good.
Where's he based?
He's sort of all over, I think.
Okay,
He may have his own shop now, but at the time.
It's a bit like Bevo, where he's
Yeah, he just
a bit
sort of
all
goes
over,
around. Yeah. So the car went up to TGM Motorsport, and that's where it was all mapped. Up with them, and they did all the AM fuel system and everything.
So what's the future plans? You got any more plans for this, or?
Yeah, I mean, towards the end of next year,
winter,
we're going to pull the engine out, repaint the block, repaint the gearbox, drop the subframes, powder coat all the subframes. They are pulley bush now, but we'll do them again.
Yeah.
And sort of paint the engine bay a nice colour and just tidy it all up again.
Yeah.
The outside's pretty much where it wants to be.
Yeah, it definitely looks stunning on the outside.
And the interior's pretty much there as well,
Yeah.
So over the last like 8 months, it's been hard graft.
Oh mate, I've seen the pictures on Facebook and stuff, and like you post on Cornish JDM. Yeah. It's nice the way you see it come along.
It's nice for people to see in photos, but it's not so nice for me because it's been, some of it's been an absolute pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And at points I've just been like, well, you know what, I'm just going to get rid of it.
Yeah. Joys of a project car.
Yeah, it's been emotional, but it's definitely worth it now to actually use the car and people to see it. And, it gets good positive feedback, which is nice.
Oh mate, 100%. I bet you turn heads when like going down the street and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know what it is.
Really?
Yeah. They sort of ask what it is, or an MX-5 is not a Miata. Just different. That's the whole reason I got the car. I want it to be different. Just get something that no one's got, and do it in a way that no one's done it. So.
Yeah. I think you've 100% smashed it there.
I think I've got that one.
Yeah. The carbon fibre as well, like, it's just such nice touches as well.
Yeah. I mean, Alex at Fiberworks and Wes Lewis, they made the front arches for me.
Yeah.
And they've done a fantastic job. They fit the car really nicely. I'm really happy with them. So. And Alex did all the archwork on the rear as well, which we painted.
I love like some people like really like the look of bolt-on arches, and some people don't.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. Like I love the fact you can like on the front you've got the carbon fibre arches, and it's like bolted. Then on the rear you've got it's colour coded to the car,
that sort of pick up on it, but a normal Joe Bloggs, should I say, won't actually pick up on it. But
Yeah.
like the bolts took like 7 weeks to sort of decide what bolts are going to suit the car, you know?
Yeah, that's
and
mad,
stand
yeah.
out and for detail purposes, what's going to look best.
So what alloys you running these as well?
It's Rotor XXRs, I believe, but they're not doing them anymore.
Okay.
Because I got hold of a company that make them Rotor. Right, actually they're from Rare Rims,
Yeah.
and it's 2 of the back wheels were curved. And to try and get hold of another 2 was an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
Like, I managed it, luckily.
And they're a big wheel as well. Like you can see that on
Yeah.
like on the back of the car.
Yeah.
Just looking here.
11s on the front, 12s on the rear, 18s. So
Yeah, that's a big wheel. Picks up so quickly.
yeah, obviously you've still got VTEC in there as well. So you put your foot down and you think that's going.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it just starts going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's a bit of a handful, to be fair. Like it'll fall flat out because the car's so low and so wide.
Yeah.
It tracks quite a bit.
Have you always been a Jap man or?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. I mean, I came away from it all and sort of went to I bought a Range Rover and a Mercedes, and,
Yeah.
but it's just boring. They're nice cars to have, and it's nice to be able to own something like that. But
Yeah.
for me, it was just boring, and it isn't who I am.
Yeah.
I like to be scared, you know.
Yeah.
Like this thing, it makes your blood pump.
So you're a massive carbon lover.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like it, but I think it's quite good. You know, it looks really good in the sun as well.
Yeah.
Especially if you get the twill weave carbon, you get the gold coming through underneath in the sunlight.
Yeah.
It is nice.
I was going to put carbon on the Focus when I first got it, but then I don't know, at the time when I was looking for a carbon bonnet, they only had RS vents on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, everyone's got RS vents, I don't want that. So I come away from the idea, whereas now they actually do WRC vents, so
More aggressive.
yeah, still quite tempting.
Yeah, this bonnet I think suits the car just right.
Oh mate, the vents in it are just absolute mad. And they're not little vents, they're huge. They take up the
Yeah.
whole bonnet, so it's...
Yeah, it does
serious.
need it because they do suffer from heat absorption quite a bit.
Oh really?
So yeah.
So I would have said that actually. I would not have said like heating issue would have been a problem on these.
Yeah,
They just with ventilation.
The intake temps are quite high on them, so it does help.
Yeah, would not have said that.
Get the hot air out.
That's why when I go on track days, I take the scuttle panel off with the MEF.
Yeah.
I got the bigger boost pipes and the cooler and stuff like that. 'Cause-
Yeah, all the rain drip tray that goes in underneath.
Yeah.
I've filed it all, cut it all, and filed it all up nicely. Apart from I think there's 3 on that side that are still closed above the fuse tray.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's open all the time, which is what I've got to be careful driving in the rain as well, because you got the air filter sat right
Yeah.
underneath
Of course,
the
yeah.
nozzle.